We'll be trying to watch every single best known time on this mod. Every single known time on this mod. Now we'll say there are a number of tracks with issues. The BKT sheet, otherwise known as best known time sheet, isn't perfect. There are tracks with BKTs that only have screenshots. There are tracks with BKTs that have no ghosts. There are tracks with BKTs that only have a video recording. There are tracks with BKTs where there's not much at all. Therefore, we might be just skipping those or putting playing the ghost file, the staff ghost file. The only two tracks without best known times on this mod is GBA Cheeseland and Wii U Sweet Canyon. Those are the only two tracks. Every other track has a best known time. But here we go. I think there's gonna be some changing between inside and outside drift. For example, if this BKT is on inside drift, so if I had it on outside, the ghost would be kind of broken. It would just be kind of slamming into a wall. But nonetheless, here we go with the first ghost of the stream. What's that? Wait. This is by the Super Artist Gamer. The Super Artist Gamer has multiple BKTs. In fact, I think he has the most BKTs with cart on Retro Rewind. This inside just looks so weird. He's gonna get a purple. Wow. This is 5 laps as well, so I wonder where he uses the stream. More than likely on that last part of the track. Is he gonna go for purple or orange? Okay, he gets an orange there. I think it looked like an orange. But yeah, Super Artist Gamer, very known in the community, kind of the pioneer, in my opinion, of carts. I think carts have a really special place in this mod. Not only are they overpowered, some could say, with the purple mini turbo, but they are bulky as well, so you can pretty much wheelie bump all the funky flame runners with this thing. Now, there are certain characters for BKTs that are used. Like, this one is really weird because it's using Inside Drift Wild Wing. But there are other BKTs that use Koopa Troopa on the whatchamacallit? On the equivalent of the Wild Wing, which is really interesting. And that's on Outside Drift too. I didn't see where they use a mushroom. They use a mushroom there? Wow. I feel like that's very beautiful. With that mushroom usage, I don't know. I feel like it'd be way better to use it on the part with much more off-road to cut, but that's the first BKT, guys. That's the first BKT. Surprisingly, a cart that was done on the Wii U, according to the BKT sheet. I wonder if it's outside or inside drift, because if it's wrong, then she's just gonna go straight into the wall. This might be, yeah. Look at this. Look where. And we have to change the transmission from I think regular. Yeah, because regular would be outside drift for the Wild Wing. It should be corrected now. Evie, I don't think has many BKTs. How do I do that and get a BKT? You simply look at the BKT sheet on the Retro Rewind server, and it is always on. What's up? What's up, Dunks? What's up, Maddie? You simply go into the pin channels in the time trial channel. The pin messages in the time trial channel on Retro Rewind, and the sheet should be available to everyone. You should be able to see all times. Here we see again the Daisy on Wild Wing. We don't see many Daisy Wild Wings. It's surprisingly just the first two SNES tracks for now. Okay, one more lot to go. Single stream. I didn't really pay attention to when they're using stream. I think they use it here. The cool thing about doing this now, because I've been thinking of doing this for quite a while now, the cool thing about doing this now is that we have the input viewer, so... Wow. What's up, Cole? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everyone wherever you are stationed in. It makes sense that they have a 21 seconds lap 1 because of the startup boost. Slows you down a bit. But that was SNES-GP1. Oh! It's about to be Dasnerth V2. I have no idea what that means. I'm Ruby and the best I've gotten is Ruby and Nogi, so take that as you please. But yeah, this is Inside Drift. He's gonna get an orange? He's gonna get a purple. Okay. 5 laps of this. Okay. And I don't think that was a low trick. He plays Valve with controller and shotgun only. Interesting. Wait, how is Inside better here? I have no clue. how Inside is better. He got top 50 already in doing that. Wow. Okay. That's kind of enticing. Now I do feel a bit better trying Valorant with a controller. Yeah, no clue. Looks like he's mushrooming through the mud cut for all first 3 laps, so I assume starting lap 4 he's not gonna have any streams left. But it's really interesting, like, how is this like Dry Bowser on the Flamefire and not Daisy Wildwing like we saw for the first 2 SNES tracks? I mean, there's also BKTs with the babies too. The Koopa, I believe Epe has the BKT for 3DS Neo Bowser City on Koopa Mini Beast. So a lot of variety on the carts. So here we go. Yeah, he goes around. Doesn't have any more mushrooms. Makes sense. I think he's gonna get another purple here. Bam. Last lap for SNES Ghost Valley 1. Again, this was done on the Wii, a 142.647. Also think this position on my camera is best, putting on the bottom right. I can't really put it towards the middle left, because that's where the input viewer is. Can't put it top left because that's the mushroom count. Bottom left is the kilometers per hour. So I really do think this is... Oh, the best lap was lap 3. It makes sense. The first 3 laps were shrooms. The last 2 weren't. But wow, look at that lap 5. How did he cut 2 seconds without a mushroom? I kind of want to watch that again, starting from lap 4. So I'm pretty sure he uses the mushroom first 3 laps. Into the 4th lap, there's no more mushrooms. I guess he's just much slower, or he makes a mistake here, lap 4. Okay, this looks pretty normal. That's normal. And here, oh, I guess because he starts off with the purple mini turbo going into lap 5. Yeah, that makes sense. But that was done on the Wii. The next one is also done on the Wii. SNES BC1 done by Marbrain. 122952. This is the first Funky Flame Runner BKT. So almost the whole cup was without a BKT on the Flame Runner, but here we go. That wasn't too long before we saw Funky Kong. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but it just happened to rhyme. There we go, SNES BC1. I imagine we'll be seeing... Try to start watching first. I'm going from order from SNES all the way to GP. So the first one was SNES-MC1. SNES-MC1. That's pretty clean. SNES-MC1, the Super Artist Gamer with Daisy Wildwing. The chain drift, pretty clean. Wow, I did not know that. I did not know you could do that. I'm sure we'll be looking at a couple things. That too. Wow. I shouldn't use the mushroom here. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty clean. Too fast for the flame balls, so there's no like... It doesn't seem like there's a... whatchamacallit? There's a hazard that stops you from going faster. I forgot what it's called. Something blocker. There's the last stream. I seem to be seeing very similar things here. Their fireballs will not be able to catch up to him. He, she, they, them. I need to start doing that. These two hot tricks. Damn, it looks like there's like a TF there too, or a spin grip. Again, that's that one done by Marbrain on the Wii. This is recorded on the Wii. And that's the first cup, guys. But onto MC2. Okay, this is the first one with an imperfection. This one does not have a ghost. My screen. So there it is. A 119.765. It's very blurry. It's very blurry. This is the only thing that's proof of the BKT. So who knows if they actually cheated. Oh, that's another thing, guys. So this is done on Dolphin. A lot of BKTs, we don't know if they were cheated on. I know we have had some cheaters in time trials using TAS or tool-assisted speedrunning software. So we're just gonna have to take this at face value. But this is the BKT for SNES MC2. Moving on to SNES Choco Island 1. This is done by Eclipse. Let's see if I have the ghost file. I do not have the ghost file. A recording of a streamless BKT. So we can actually look at that instead on SNES MC2. I did come prepared, guys. No worry. So here is a recording. This is done by I'm not sure who is this done by. I think this is done by Justin. Justin likes to do a lot of streamless BKTs. I was a little confused for a moment because the loading time just took a good minute. Okay. I mean, the only thing we'll be able to compare between these laps is 2 and 3 because 1 isn't really fair since you start up with the starter boost. Okay, wide to tight there, just to skip over that small patch of off-road. Imagine a lot of these are delayed drifts. Okay, they even have the kilometers per hour to 1 decimal point, which is nice to see. So again, this is a streamless BKT, not the 150 nor the 200. The 150cc uses a cart. The 200 also uses a cart. So I imagine this is very doable to be on a cart as well. But not many people do BKT streamless, or at least attempt. Pretty clean. I mean, if he's not going off the off-road here, he's just riding on those red and white stripes. Bam! 126.875. Let's see the times here. He gets a 945 at the end of lap 2, and then an 889. So he was slightly cleaner going into lap 3. But back to the actual game. We'll be going back and forth like so with these tracks that have these imperfections, unfortunately. But it's all good. It's all good. We have something to look at the very least. Yeah, what's up, Brandon? We're watching Retro Rewind BKTs. I will now put the music or the sound back on for Dolphin. And that was SNES MC2 Choco Island 1, the BKT before this BKT. I believe this is Problem, a 129285. We'll watch this, but next stream I'll probably put the updated BKT, and we'll watch the actual current BKT. But this is a former BKT done by Problem, if I'm not mistaken. That looks like a super Problem me. That's like textbook Problem me, to be honest. He's kind of moving, isn't he, on the wheelie while he's wheeling? What is that? He's keeping his top speed while moving. Isn't that weird? How's he at 96? Look, he's like moving. He's moving ever so slight. Look at that. What the fuck? How is he keeping 96 while moving in a wheelie? Like adjusting in a wheelie? That's crazy. What is going on there? Look at that. Look at that. How is he maintaining 96 kilometers per hour? Is he on hybrid or something? What the fuck? Yeah. That is actually mental. Yeah, he looks like he's gliding as well. Looks like he's gliding. Look. Look. That's pretty funny. I might have to get on the hybrid train, not gonna lie, after seeing this. I mean, I know a couple people who already use it in Mogi. If I'm not mistaken, I think Lex uses hybrid. Lex uses hybrid. That's pretty interesting. There's no like special tech there, just clean lines and and adjusting wheelies while maintaining top speed. SNES-GBA. This is case. This is case, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if this is inside or outside drift. I only use hybrid on spear and cart. Okay, on spear it is very, very viable. Very, very viable. Almost cheating, to be honest. We'll see if this is inside or outside. This is the first BKT done by Case. I don't know if he has any other ones, but we'll see. Again, if he rams into the wall, that means I have the transmission wrong. There you go. It is outside drift. This is a purple. He's on hybrid as well. If anyone wants to be Case, you're more than welcome to. Yep, chain that floor boost panel into a purple mini turbo. It's pretty clean. Surprised they don't use a mushroom there. I mean, they don't even need to, right? They could just continue their drift and get a MT. Oh, I mean, the whole track is just the car being on the mini turbo. That's crazy. Look at that. Just about the whole track. Jesus. Wow. I mean, if anyone wants to beat that, you're more than welcome to, but that is not even a minute long, a 51.788 by Case. Their fastest lap was lap 2, just under 17 seconds. And a slightly longer lap 3, 17.054. Shout out to Case, very well known in the community. In fact, I think he plays every day. In fact, he may be drunk right now. This next one is DP2. Let's see if I have it. I do have it. I do not know what John DP is, and I don't want to ask. I don't want to know. I think. No idea who that is. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I have it. Magic Cruiser is regularly a inside drift vehicle, so this might be done on outside. This might be done outside. I'm not gonna lie. Outside drift on the Magic Cruiser. Interesting. At the very least, he got caught to catch a predator in 2016. Jesus, Jesus. So please don't pay attention to the beat too much. So this is done by Alf. I'm sure that person has gotten at least a warning about their knee usage. Look at this. Magic Cruiser outside drift. So they're coming right through this off-road. It makes sense. No, it makes sense. Wow. I wonder if they're on hybrid as well. Okay, they go max 92 kilometers per hour. This is super interesting to watch. I never thought I'd see a BKT done by a Magic Cruiser on outside drift. Of course, Magic Cruiser dominates tracks like N64 Chevrolet, so I wasn't exactly pertaining to just the Magic Cruiser, but Magic Cruiser on outside drift. Wow. Like, I wonder how close the cart would be to this, you know? Okay. I mean, of course, the bikes can only get orange mini turbos. Wow. Wow. A 1-2-1-4-2-7. Their fastest lap again, lap 2 rather than lap 3. That was DP2. These last 3 tracks, or BKTs, were all done on Dolphin. So most of these are done on Dolphin. Alright, there's the first 2 cups done. Moving on to SNES-BC2. Let's see if I have any notes on this. I don't. Therefore, I should be able to have the BKT, and that's true. This is done by Pluto Games, a 155-549 on the Funky Flame Runner. I think they do the shortcut shroom list, the one off the boost panel. It's very easy to do with the shroom, but it takes a little bit of finesse, I suppose, to do it shroomless. It's a very, very low trick. Of course, you can hop on those little railings, those little platforms. Just a little hop. Look at this. Ooh, they literally barely make it. Here, you can shroom and just hop over that, skip that entire section. You don't even need to hop. You don't even need to hop. Wow. Have you seen the Minecraft movie? I have not seen the Minecraft movie. I know Jack Black is in the Minecraft movie. That's interesting. You're not the only person that has asked that before. Perhaps I'll watch it with my significant other. Of course, I only have one movie theater in my town. Only one movie theater, so I might just watch it through a piracy with my significant other and just stream it and watch it together. Be pretty fun. Wonder if it's any good. I saw Technoblade Pig in it on TikTok. I'm sure it's a good movie. I'm sure it's a fun movie for all. The most amusing movie I've watched is one called The Last Breath. Nothing like the Minecraft movie. I'm watching it with my roommates today. Well, I hope you have a good time. That should be fun. Bring some popcorn, bring some snacks. Of course, you're not at the movie theater, so you won't be charged $5 for sour gummy worms. Fortunate spoiler, ruined the surprise though. I'm sorry to hear that. It's just what happens when you're on social media. It's just no safe way. I guess I know Twitter has like keywords you can block, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's behind a subscription now because of Elon Musk owning the platform now. I believe he actually blocked doom scrolling. Like doom scrolling is now like a subscription feature. Like to be able to scroll more, it just stops you, and it's like this is a subscription feature. Please subscribe. Time sneaking candy from the dollar store. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I think I did that similar with my partner. Like I hid our snacks in her purse, and we were able to watch the movie just fine. I mean, no one really cares, right? The popcorn, the movie theater employees are getting paid only so much. They're not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop a woman with a purse just to check her bags to see if they're sneaking in candies. That was SNES-BC2. To be honest, I was pretty blanked out watching it, but hopefully it was some good background entertainment. Again, that was done on... Thank you, MK William, for the party of 4. Hope you're doing well, and welcome viewers. Keyboard user 167. What a beautiful usernames. SKS or SK Speedruns. Yo. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a lovely afternoon to evening. We're just watching the best of best times, sort of. So this is SNES MC3 done by Takumi with a 114-468. There you go. I have outside drift, and not will be having to change it to inside drift. This was done on, I think, Dolphin. The BKT doesn't specify for this one, but yes, this is outside drift. This is the best known time on this track, at least for a retro rewind. The reason why it's OP is because you get those purple mini turbos. It literally lasts a lifetime. Look at that. Look at that. Card space. I agree. Just a solid 3 seconds quicker than Vanilla MKE world record. Wow. Wow, it's a really interesting fact, Dunks. Thank you for pointing it out. I did not know that whatsoever. In fact, I have no idea how the world records on vanilla compare to Retro Rewind. Look at this. This is actually mental. 3 seconds into the wild. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even with carts being, you know, quote unquote overpowered as they are, they're really not used in Milky too often. It's not used in Milky too often or competitive Mario Kart Wii, so that might change in the near future because of course carts can just bump, wheelie bump bikes when they're in the wheelie, as well as that additional weight stat. The only downside is you have a much bigger hitbox. But wow, look at that! He's even like doing a form of snaking. He's even doing a form of snaking there, reminiscent of Mario Kart DS. But there it is, a 1:14.468. The fastest lap there was lap 3. Next one is done by Carson. Carson is a BKT updater, so he's very familiar with BKTs. In fact, he's one of the people who published these BKTs and updated on the BKT sheet. So shout out to Carson for making this much easier for me. I'm pretty sure there's no funky flame runners that have BKTs on outside drift, so we're gonna go back to regular before we watch that. Carson's BKTs is all done on Dolphin. If they 1, 2, 2, 4, 7, 8. Kippa Beach 1. SNES Kippa Beach 1. We'll be doing all tracks from start to finish, all 200 and something tracks, so we're still barely on SNES, guys. I wonder if this is hybrid too. Because the last BKT that we saw on Funky Flame Runner, it was a hybrid. Look at that! Yeah! So on the hybrid, if you're wheeling, you can adjust your wheelie without losing your max kilometers per hour. Look at this. Look, he loses no speed. Loses no speed. Wow, I really need to start using hybrid then. The stream goes here. Yeah. Wow. I do know that stream spot. I do know there's a little cut there. Pretty much just teleports into the fence. Through the fence. Again, Carson is a BKT updater, and he holds many BKTs. I guess he's just sparsing out his mushrooms here. He's not really using all of them the first 3 laps and hoping the last 2 go well. I think he uses a mushroom here. Yeah, there you go. That was a bit wider than the first, or the last time he went through the fence. So I assume it's and he adjusts himself there, so I assume this is still pretty beatable. Not going for a cut there because he doesn't have a shroom. Just going around, nice and easy. Little mini turbo there, and just wheelie and adjusting. Just wheelie and adjusting. 1, 2, 2, 4, 7, 8. Fastest lap was lap 4 with the 15 seconds and 63 milliseconds. Very nice, Carson. Very nice, very nice. Again, next track is a kart once again. You'll see a lot of karts on SNES, on the SNES tracks. This is done by the Super Artist Gamer again. This time on Baby Daisy Mini Beast. I do wonder though if this is inside drift or outside drift, so we'll see soon enough. This is a 143021. 43021. Choco Island 2. This track is very popular in Nogi. In fact, it's one of my go-tos whenever I'm in like mid to bottom spots. It just works out pretty well. Okay, so it is outside drift. Purple MT. Pretty tight lines. Flirting with the off-road there. And just gonna do this little hop cut. Pop. Pretty clean lap 1 so far. I don't really see any mistakes. In fact, I'm not really too pronounced in kart, so wow. Wow. What was that? Literally the hybrid saves him there. The hybrid literally saves him. Look at that. Like, he doesn't even have to readjust or hop. Like, he just turns. He just turns. Is he gonna mushroom through here? No, he's not. He's gonna go around, do this little hop. He's gonna get at the purple right before the hop as well. Very nice, very nice. One more time. Straight left. To the right. Another purple. Oh, and an orange. A blue, and then a shroom. Okay, interesting. An orange or blue mini turbo into a shroom. I assume we'll see very, very similar lap here to lap 2. No mistakes. Again, the purple right before the hop cut. The orange into hybrid turning. The purple into hybrid turning. And then finally, we're just gonna get an orange here? Yeah, an orange into the finish line. Didn't need the purple. Didn't need the purple at all. 143.021, guys. Fastest lap. 34 seconds. 132 milliseconds. That is by the Super Artist Gamer. SNES Vanilla Lake 1. We have a 102 by Jade. I think this is one where we don't have a ghost file. Oh, we do. Wow, I'm surprised how many ghost files we have so far. Their me name is the same name as their BKT sheet name, so no funny business here. They want to represent themselves. Oh. That's definitely an inside drift. I like the variety of inside and outside drift BKTs. I like the variety of carts as well. The only difference, the only inside drift vehicle that we've seen so far that wasn't a Funky Flame Runner was that Baby Peach Magic Cruiser, or Baby Daisy Magic Cruiser, I'm sorry. Okay, I assume they'll get the full star boost as well. There you go. The inside just looks so funny. It looks very awkward. Like it's not meant to be, because it clearly wasn't, but this is literally just a circle. I'm watching this person go in circles. Oh my god, it's almost making me dizzy for how fast you're doing it. I mean, it's just turn after turn after turn and going 100, 101, 102 kilometers per hour. I mean, not even going under 100, 102 kilometers per hour. They're keeping that same constant speed all throughout this BKT. They're literally not going under 100 kilometers per hour. Must be hard to optimize this track. Yes, I agree. Definitely agree. It's literally just a circle, so no tech, no shortcuts. Just use your 3 shrooms where you think best fits, and yeah, get those mini turbos going. Fastest lap here was lap 2, 12.255. Very impressive. All these are 12 seconds. SNES BC3. This is done by Justin on the Wii. Justin gives me a bit of a hard time. Justin gives me a bit of a hard time. He's kind of one of the first reasons I started writing down these notes on my iPad here. Justin does not like to post his BKTs. Instead, he uploads links to YouTube videos. This is Justin with the 149583. Oh gosh, that's very blurry. It's a bit blurry. You guys are gonna have to bear with me with how grainy this looks. They're not all like this. I think I just downloaded it. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's like barely watchable. It's like barely watchable. That's an interesting cut. That's a pretty interesting cut. Not gonna lie, I think this is like 360p, 310p. But I mean, I feel like it's still barely watchable. I feel like we can perhaps gain something out of this. Oh, that's a low trick. It's a very clean low trick. Wow, cutting right through the track on those little platforms. Going into lap 2. It's pretty clean. He's not using hybrid. I noticed he's adjusting his when he's adjusting his wheelie, he's not maintaining top speed. So perhaps this is beatable on a hybrid, but these lines look really clean. Okay, chain drift. He didn't chain drift. He went wide into tight. That's interesting. I wonder why he didn't chain drift. Okay. He streams at the end there. Hop wheelies to reset his wheelie. and not have to try to chain his wheelie. You go once more. So he adjusts on the first boost panel, and then into the second panel he kind of spin drifts. In fact, I think that's what he's doing. Okay, chain drift here, the 4 boost panel into the mini turbo, and then drift wheelie. So that was different from lap 2 for sure, where he just stopped and went wide to tight. So I think this might be his fastest lap. I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess that was his fastest lap. Okay, no, lap 1 was his fastest lap. Interesting. Okay, that's very beatable then, considering lap 1 is where you do the startup boost. Lap 1 with 36.298. Okay. Next BKT is done by someone named Eclipse. I'm unsure if I have this, so I will check pretty quick. SNES-MC4, a 125, 462. He has a 148.8 or something on CTGP. I believe you speak on Bowser Castle 3. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. You do your research tons, Jesus. It's a whole second, almost a whole second. But we might just skip that one for now. Moving on to the next one. Yes, DP3 with a 126. 126.752. Daisy Mock. Oh, yeah, I think this track fits the Daisy Mock. It's a bit grainy as well, you have to bear with me. Okay, double trick there. I don't think he hopped, I think he just tapped the trick button. Chain drift? No chain drift. Just holding the drift into a wheelie, adjusting himself to the next turn. No chain drift there either, just mini turbo wheelie. The chain there wasn't perfect. I think he went down to 90 kilometers per hour. Let's see if he hop tricks. No, he's not hop tricking. I think he's just tricking there. He's not hop tricking at all. I believe the ghost there is a second or former BKT done by Casey. At least the main name is called Casey. Again, adjusting himself here for the next turn. And see how the chain wheelie goes this time. Doesn't get a perfect chain as well. Actually, I think that was a broken chain. I went down to like 80 kilometers per hour before he started going back up. Or speeding up, shall we? But besides those imperfect chain wheelies, this is pretty clean. This is pretty clean. I assume he goes... He readjusts there because of the moles or something? I'm not entirely sure. Or because he can get the mini turbo faster. And he's readjusting. Very close times actually. Very close times. The only difference being 0.1 milliseconds. 861 lap 1, 961 lap 2, 930 lap 3. Very impressive by Justin. That was, again, Justin does all his BKTs on the Wii. Next is Koopa Troopa Beach 2. This is done by Abby on Dolphin. All I have for this one is a screenshot. Here it is, a 104.696 on Spear. On Koopa Troopa Beach 2. It makes sense. Koopa Troopa Beach 2 is kind of like a circle. It's almost a square, so really you're just doing, what, 4 turns per lap? Next one, Ghost Valley 3, done by the Super Artist Gamer. It goes files, but here is a screenshot, a 113.822. I think we should at least watch the track, even if it's on the Ghost, Staff Ghost, just to see how impressive these times are compared. Right, so a 113.822 with the Ghost file. Being 119.798. Next track is SNES Valley Lake 2. This VKT is done by Carson. And we do have the Ghost file for this. This is done on Spear. SNES Ghost Valley 2. I think this is the one. Oh no, this is not the one that gets pegged often in Mogies. This is a bit different. This is also kind of just a circle. Or square. or square. Very similar to Koopa Beach 2 by Abby. Very, very similar layout. He's just going in the... You'll notice again, he's maintaining top speed while adjusting his wheelie because he's on hybrid. That little hop over the crack there seems pretty hard to do with the timing. Again, we'll see it here. It's a huge hole to jump over. Not gonna lie. Maintaining top speed goes 96, 97 there, 98 there. Obstacle that route that time. Okay. Oh, now he's streaming over the holes. He's streaming over the cracks now. Now that he's on lap 4. I believe we'll see something similar for these two again. That one's a bit tricky. He kind of bounced. It's almost scary. I think that's the most perfect hop yet, at least with the shroom. Let's see it one more time. Again, the slight adjustments with the spear. And hop. What's up, Neil the BC fan? Thank you for the awesome tank compliment. Appreciate it very, very, very much. We're just watching all BKTs. Fastest lap here, lap 5 with a 16.515. I definitely thought lap 4 was one of the faster ones. SNES Rainbow Road. This is a 1:12.770 done by Dirk. Or DXRK. DXRK, but I'm gonna say Dirk because that's the most sane thing that comes to mind. The most normal thing that comes to mind. This is done on mock bike. Interesting. I think the 200cc BKT on this is very, very, very cool to watch as well. Like, he cuts like half the track. And he stops himself by hitting the thwomp. I don't think we'll be able to see it today because I don't have it imported, but if you haven't seen it, it's very, very, very impressive. But we do have the 150cc one here with us today. Is this hybrid? I'm starting to think all BKTs have hybrid on. I don't know. Oh wow. Oh wow. I was not expecting that actually. That's something that the 200cc does as well, but they go so fast that they have to time to hit the thwomp in order to not go out of bounds. Okay, I don't think this person's on hybrid. Let's see one more time. Whoa. Yeah, it's I don't think that's possible on Flame Runner. It might just not be possible on Flame Runner. Very, very tight corner cuts here. According with the out of bounds, like you'll kind of see, it's like kind of the wheels are juggling on the every time they turn. I feel like he barely made it that time. I don't think this shortcut in particular is viable for Mogi. It just seems like too high risk, high reward. Of course, I haven't practiced it myself, so who am I to say? The fastest lap there was lap 3 by 0.06 milliseconds. Where's the Luigi Raceway? Oh, it's over here. It starts over here. It's done on the Jet Setter! I think this might be the only Jet Setter VKT. This is done by the Super Artist Gamer. I don't know. I think this is on Inside Drift. I think that's the only way the Jet Setter gets a BKT. It's on Dry Bowser. Okay. Wait, I'm not sure now. It could be outside Drift. Let's see. No, it's inside. Yeah, it's inside. It's so funny. It's going to 104 kilometers per hour. That's the max speed on Jet Setter Dry Bowser. Okay. Nice. Nice. A purple into an orange there. Now he's just going straight. Wow, that will last so long. He's gonna hold this. Gonna hold this. Very tight. Now he's going 104, and he can keep that 104 going. I thought with another purple there's Junior. Well, this looks really good so far. Gets a bit of the off-road there. Pretty much the same strat from lap 1. An orange. Even the orange lasts long. I feel like even the orange lasts long. And it makes sense to go for the orange there because as soon as his orange is out, he's already at the base panel. Again, a purple into more than likely another purple, just like the previous lap. There you go. Into drifting again. I don't think there's a speed difference in drifting and non-drifting when he's in the middle of a boost. And the orange into the finish line. Again, that is a Super Artist Gamer BKTs on the Wii U. Fastest lap was lap 2 with a 30.057. Replay. This is a 0.59355, and all the BKTs that does are on Dolphin. They're always impressive. I think he has a really good soft twist. Pretty much perfect in my opinion. Okay, 19 seconds, 19.952 there. More than likely will improve going into this lap. Very nice. Okay. Chain wheelie drift. Trick there. Okay, I think he improved by like 0.2 milliseconds there. Then here, wheelies into the off-road, gets some air before using the mushroom. It's a double trick. I don't think I saw a double trick previous laps, but okay. And there you go. That is N64 Farm. Fastest lap was lap 3 with a 19.658. None other than Justin. Yo, starts to get better. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I don't think there's actually any volume for this. He doesn't use any volume, so I'll just keep the background music for Retro Rewind on. You'll notice as well he is racing his previous Ghost, which I assume is the previous BKT. Okay, he's adjusting his wheelie, and he's not losing any speed, so I assume that's also hybrid. There you go, trick. Into mushroom? No mushroom, because he's on Dolphin Dasher, so that off-road stat really comes in clutch. To have him let use the mushroom elsewhere. The chain really wasn't the best. Okay. Did he go inside the rock previous lap? I wonder. Really good driving. Max kilometers per hour you can go on Dolphin Dasher looks like it's 93.5 on the wheelie. Doesn't get the greatest chain wheelie there, I think. Here we go again with the off-road set coming in clutch. Do not need to use a shroom there whatsoever. Okay, just adjusting himself. Chain wheelie again not perfect. It's a bit slower than the previous lap, I think. Well, I wonder how he beats him. He beats himself here. I wonder if his previous Ghost must have made a huge mistake because he's kind of behind now. Okay, still pretty far behind. I wonder if he gets like a super low trick or something here. Like, how did he just catch up there? I think his previous Ghost got a bounce off the landing off that boost pan. I think that's what it was. But nonetheless, super cool to see the Dolphin Dasher get a BKT. Super cool to see the Dolphin Dasher get a BKT. Honestly, I kind of want to race this track right now. Kind of want to race it. N64 Calamari Desert. This is done by Noah Dallentoft. That sounds like such an English name. You can get the full MT, it looks like. Full startup. Again, probably using hybrid. Definitely using hybrid. He's adjusting his wheelie and not losing max speed at all. Wow, isn't hybrid kind of busted? Isn't hybrid kind of busted? Like, I wonder what the BKT would be if you could only use manual. What is this? What is this? What are these adjustments, bro? He's not even drifting. He's just wheelie turning. He's just wheelie turning. This is pretty funny to watch, not gonna lie. Like, look at this. Like, it's not even worth it to drift into a mini turbo. It's not even worth it. He's gonna hop over the train. Oh, it'd be so cool if you get a trick off the train as well. If it was an actual object in the game you can interact with. Okay, I'm calling my pretty much similar to what we see lap 1. I feel like lap 1 had cleaner turns. I could be wrong, but I feel like lap 1 had cleaner turns. Especially that big U-turn section there. Here he goes. Again into the shortcut. Hopping over this. Doesn't even need to worry about the off-road, so by the time he's done boosting, he's already on the main dirt road. And again with these mid adjustments, doesn't need to do much. Doesn't need to do much at all. No drifting, not much drifting, not much mini turboing, just some hybrid abuse and wheelies, really. Crazy. Crazy. 154.981. A 154.981, guys. Fastest lap being lap 138.281. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Although I'd like to see how fast someone could go with only manual. I think that'd be even more impressive, even if the time is slightly longer. We have N64 towards Turnpike. Sometimes I choose this track in Mogies to troll a bit. I feel like all you need to do is avoid. Like, you don't even have to drive well. You don't even have to drive well. All you have to do is avoid the moving vehicles. This is again done by Justin. We have 2 Justins in a row again. This is on N64 towards Turnpike with a 132.181. I wonder if he uses hybrid here. I don't think he's using hybrid. I don't think he's using hybrid. What a legend. Hold on. Oh, no, he is. Yeah, no, he's definitely using hybrid. Never mind. Oh, that's crazy, actually. It's actually crazy. There's a shroom. So you shroom going into the next lap. Okay. Look at these micro adjustments. So cheese, bro. It's so cheese. Okay. Right in between that car. That was pretty impressive considering he went in between the car while turning. Between that truck. Really, really cool to see. Whoa. Where is his passcodes? His passcodes is gone. He's ahead of that passcodes. I wonder exactly what he did here to get some space off of him. Because he's right there behind him. And then you can still see the tip of the spear. He goes tight. Did the ghost go wide? Is that what it was? I have no idea. Oh, he uses a shroom here. He uses a shroom here. Maybe that's why the ghost is behind. Because the ghost is going to use a shroom right towards the end of this lap. Like right here? Yeah. And it's just barely faster. Brrr. Okay, fastest lap was lap 2. 31 lap 1. Very, very impressive. That's Toad's Turnpike. And we have yet another Justin BKT. Who would have thought? This is N64 Frat-Based SNES-N. This does not have audio. I think this is what on Spear as well. 206-638 or 637. I'm sorry. Let's see how he does. Okay, see the menu? It's just gonna wait a bit till he starts his run. Personally adjusting myself just to get comfortable. You can cut through there. That's probably the biggest cut in the track. It can be a little tricky though because you can't hit the out of bounds. You can very easily hit the out of bounds. It's going what 98 here once again. Small micro adjustment there, and now he's just adjusting a little bit while wheeling. The is he racing a ghost? Like that ghost is so far behind. I wonder if that was the previous BKT. That's crazy. Okay, here goes the cut once more. It's pretty tight. That's pretty tight. I didn't know you could go that tight on the cut. Maybe he's just like flirting with the out of bounds there. Again, these micro adjustments do not hit the snowman and get the perfect alignment for the next turn. And some more wheelies. Some more wheelies. Bam! Another turn. Okay, no drift there. Just a little adjustment using hybrid. We will see something very similar here. Again. Here comes a shortcut. Oh, okay, so that time he hopped on the off-road and then used the shroom as compared to just using the shroom immediately before touching the off-road. That was a bit interesting. I wonder what's faster though. I imagine this track. The one he just did now where you hop on the off-road and then only shroom. His chain wheelies look good. Drift MT into wheelie. The hybrid adjustment. Wheelie adjustment. Drift MT into wheelie. And there you go. 206637 by Justin on Frappe Snowman. The next BKT is done by Takumi on the Wii. Let's see if this one has audio. I don't think this has audio either. So we'll do the best with what we can with what we see. Actually, I do think they have audio. It's just, holy shit, this is actually cool. So in Retro 1, you can race not just one ghost, but multiple ghosts at the same time. It's really cool to see all the carts race from start here. I think why they don't have audio is because when I was importing them, I was getting that grainy video we saw earlier with Justin on SNES BC3. And then I changed the import format into best video possible, and so I think it just transported the video instead of the audio as well. So oops, but I think this is better. I think we much prefer to see better video than shitty video and audio. Wow, look at this! Look at this. He's racing the mini beast, a Koopa Troopa, and a baby Daisy. This is crazy. This is crazy. I wonder how he lost some time here. How did he lose time? He was kind of ahead. Yeah, he's ahead here. And then what happens? Okay, the purple MT starts drifting again. This is a shroom. Oh, he doesn't trick there. He doesn't trick there. Why doesn't he trick? I think he lost time by not tricking here. Or maybe he didn't. I don't know. Oh yeah, because the other Ghost Files don't trick either. Nonetheless, this is super cool to see. I love seeing these cards race. Okay, the hybrid coming in clutch. We can get some purples out. Nice. Trick. Those tricks there were definitely in his favor. Definitely caught up to the pack just a bit. There you go. He's not second overall. These moves look identical. They look identical. Another purple. He's lagging behind, so I really am curious too. Like, he lags behind towards the third half of the track, and then he catches up in the beginning. Okay, here we go, lap 3. He's behind all 3 other ghosts at the moment, at least for now. Let's see what he does to come out on top. I see just slightly better lines. Like, there you go, super tight. I like that. No trick. Hybrid changing. Adjusting for this turn. Still behind the other racers. Oh, that's a super tight turn. That's really good, actually. And I think these hop tricks are just gonna let him take first. Yeah, just barely. Just barely. So I think the lines of the other ghosts were better. But those tricks there at the end, I guess he got a lucky bounce and was able to just barely beat the other ghosts there. I think that's a very entertaining BKT because you get to see 3 other ghosts race. The Super Artist Gamer, this guy is on a roll, just like Justin. Go ahead and start it up. It's inside. Yeah, it's definitely inside. Jesus, look at that. 101. Constantly going 101. So OP. Takes a cut. Opsy is a mushroom there. Wait, I think he kind of messed up there. He hit some off-road. He hit some off-road. He's gonna get an orange? Yeah. I can imagine him getting a purple there with where he was going. Even with hybrid. Okay, orange, orange. Again, these cars are just constantly going top speed with how long these mini turbos last. That's pretty crazy, not gonna lie. Wow. That's all I have to say. It's wow. It's just constantly going 101 kilometers per hour. It almost makes me want to think that carts really are better than bikes in this mod, and it's just that people are or players are they just want to stick to what they're comfortable with in, you know, Funky Flame Runner, and so this potential isn't fully realized. You just look at this. Look how fast they're growing. They maybe don't even need mushrooms. That is actually mental. That's mental. What I just watched. A 140.940 again by the Super Artist. Fastest lap was lap 2 with a 33.266. Very, very, very impressive. Wario Stadium, a 208.456 by Striga. Striga. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. 208.456. I do have the ghost file. Yay! N64 Wario Stadium. I don't know if I prefer this track over DS Wario Stadium. I don't know which one I prefer. I think they're both pretty cool to race on. I don't really have a well, I think I prefer racing on this track better than the other Wario Stadium. I'm not gonna lie. I think this one's funner to race on. Wow. I did not know that. I had no idea about that. What the fuck? It doesn't look too hard either. I think it's very doable applied to races against other players. Okay, he doesn't trick there. He hops and then he just lands on the boost panel. Okay. I didn't know that was faster. There's a trick there. He's gonna trick there as well. Pretty standard stuff. I know you can hit the pole there and then shroom. Perfect. Yep, perfect. Okay, so the question is hitting the pole and then shrooming there faster, or is doing the shortcut here towards the beginning faster? I personally think the pole shortcut is faster. So I don't think we'll see it here. I don't think we'll see the beginning ramp shortcut here. I actually doubt it. I'd be pretty surprised if he does go for it. Oh, he doesn't trick there? Oh, he goes for it. Wow. Okay. Okay, never mind. I was wrong. I was wrong. Okay, some low tricks here. Doesn't trick there because then you start too wide on the turn. Okay, hops onto the boost panel. Makes sense. Makes sense. Readjust himself there. I think he's on manual. I think this person's on manual for sure. Nice. You don't see the pole cut. You'll just see him go around here. Nice and easy. And into BKT territory he goes. That was pretty fun to watch. That was 28456 again by Striga. Super fun to watch. Super fun to watch. Sherbert line. Pretty sure we're gonna see the Magic Cruiser here. This is done by Eclipse. 204914. Let's just hop straight into it. Just hop straight into it. I'm pretty sure we'll see some chain release. Pretty sure we're gonna see some chain release. Boom. Oh, nice. Yeah, Magic Cruiser goes 91 max speed on this on this road. I think the Funky goes less than 90 for sure. Like in the 80s. Funky Flamers on the 80s. That is why we do not see Funky Flamers before our eyes. Very clean lines. Not much else I can say really. 91. Let's see if we get a chain wheelie here. Ooh, that's it. That chain wheelie was not perfect whatsoever. Definitely missing some chain wheelies, not gonna lie. I think that's really the most important part of this run. I mean, otherwise the lines are super clean. Here's wheelie. Oh, that was a pretty good one. Only went down to 88 that time. That time went to the low 80s, 89. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Drift MT, drift MT, drift MT. One more drift MT before we start seeing chain wheelies again. There you go. We'll be seeing the final stream utilized very soon. I think right here is when they use it. Very nice. Very clean. Drops to 85. 87. I think they adjusted themselves a bit beforehand. I don't know if they're on hybrid or manual. I don't know if this one's on hybrid or manual. This one's a bit harder to tell. If I click the link for the BKT, maybe it'll tell me. They're on manual. Wow. Wow, very nice. Try to see BC's win or Yuri did. Next one, N64 Royal Raceway. This is done by Jake 229580 Eustace. They should have it like GPA has it with the name of the track. Yes, I agree. Honestly, this mod is carried by only a handful of developers, with only a couple of them honestly doing some very heavy duty work. So, for example, Rambo does a lot. In fact, Rambo was like he pretty much did a extended team versus from the ground up. So he's the sole pioneer of that feature. We have PPEB. They've been doing a lot for us recently. I think those two alone just bring us a lot of manpower, and without them, it's honestly be tough to develop and continue support for this mod, at least with the features it brings. But that was lap 1. Nothing too crazy. I'm seeing honestly just very clean lines, flirting with the off-road, but never really touching the off-road itself. Wonder if they're on hybrid. Let's see. I don't think so. They're not on hybrid. Yeah, no hybrid. I mean, they're not adjusting in the wheelie, so there you go. Honestly, the manuals are way more impressive than the hybrids, because for the sole reason that with hybrid you can adjust yourself in a wheelie without losing top speed. Wonder if this would be beaten by kart. I think it's super doable to be beaten by kart. Has a good number of U-turns. Could probably snake it, to be honest, with how wide the track is. Can definitely snake it. I mean, we just saw... This is Royal Raceway. We just saw N64... N64. Mario Raceway have a kart BKT, so on Inside Drift by the Super Artist Gamer. So I think this is pretty beatable, I'm not gonna lie, with a kart. And in that N64 Mario Raceway BKT, they were constantly going 100 kilometers per hour. Like, there are very few times throughout the track they were racing that they went under 100 kilometers per hour. And you'll see here with Funky Flame Runner, you know, he's got a drift, and in the drift he's going 83 kilometers per hour. So that's much slower than the kart. So I think this is super beatable. I think this is super beatable with a kart. It is a Super Artist Gamer. Again, this guy just doesn't let up with the BKTs. He has a 230, 364 on N64 BC. I think today we'll go all the way to GBA, and we'll finish at GBA. The most bogus time, that should not be real. Exactly, it's what I'm saying. Like, this makes N64 Roller Raceway so beatable. This is actually mental. Look at him going 108. Look at him going 108. Hybrid, outside drift, orange MTs. Look at this guy. He's just sliding all around the track. He's just sliding like a snake. This is mental. This is pretty mental. Look how tight he goes here. The purple MT. Does he go for cut or does he go around? I imagine he goes around. I don't think it's. Okay, can you go for the cut here? For the rail cut on the car? I'd like to think so, but I'm not sure if it's even faster with how fast he's getting these MTs out. Okay, there's a purple into an orange. Okay, into an orange, into another orange. Did I say that on CC 200cc on this track I'm top 30 in the world? Wow, that's very impressive. Top 30 in the world. top 30 people, not even in the country, in the whole world, against other people of different cultures and races. I think the slowest part here on this run is when he's actually in the air off that biz panel ramp. Here you go, once more. He's gonna get a blue into a purple. He's scoring the slowest here. He's going 81 kilometers per hour. The worker is like 145. Ah, I see. A 145 on 200cc. That's really impressive. I mean, it's almost a whole minute less than this BKT, dude. Almost a whole minute less than this. It's actually mental. God, I need a pee. Alright, there's orange mini turbo into a purple, probably. Yeah, definitely a purple. Trick boost off this. Go for the road cuts! Go for the road cuts! Like, you gotta imagine the road cut can be a bit faster, no? Maybe not. Maybe at the end, towards the end, it is faster because of where the finish line is. But nonetheless, that is N64 BC done by the Super Artist Gamer. DK Jungle Parkway is the next BKT. This is done by Justin. Interesting sound. That is definitely not DK Jungle Parkway. Let's go and watch this. Also have crackers as well. They're hungry. I think this is manual. I definitely think this is manual. MT wheelies, going 95 kilometers per hour. Interesting music choice. Of course, it doesn't surprise me that he uses a mushroom there over the oh, it's a bit loud. Or the off-road cut there. And whenever you go to the cannon, that cannon, you always want to stay as close as to the left as possible. Yeah, as close to the left as possible going into that cannon. Here we go again. Just some empties wheeling. Nothing too crazy. Just really clean. He really does flirt with the off-road. See there again, he goes like most left of the cannon into the cannon. No drift change here. Just some pretty clean driving and wheeling. We're gonna shroom. Now, I think that's the cleanest cut out of all 3 laps. A 2:15, 5:14, fastest lapping lap 1. No, not lap 1, that was 45 seconds. Fastest lap being lap 2 of 44.909. Again, guys, I encourage you all to try to beat these BKTs. I really do, because honestly, there's kind of a monopoly going on. I mean, we've already seen like what, more than a handful of Justin BKTs. It's actually mental. But moving on to Yoshi Valley. However, the BKT is 147.51, done by Paw Jaw Feet. Of course, I'll be a whole second behind, so I'm not even I'm not even sure if I'll even be on the screen too long. See that you kind of delay your drift, so you don't have to chain. A drift chain there. I'm kind of close with him here. See, there's where I falter. My cut wasn't tight enough. Again with the chain drifts, really clean. The Goombas are in different positions each lap. Of course, you gotta watch out for the bats as well. It's a delay trick there, if I'm not mistaken. And again, a super tight rock cut there. Barely beats the egg, but he does beat it nonetheless. .96 miles per hour. It's pretty much what the funky is. You see another clean lap by him. Although I think this might be the slowest lap out of all. One of the slower laps, I think. I think lap 2 might be the fastest lap here. Alright. Lap 2 is the fastest. A 33.326 lap 2, wow. There's also I'll say there's also a tech, or you could also cut the tree to the left here. This tree that he's cutting through, he's going to the right of it, but you can also go to the left of it. And I think that's ever so slightly faster, but it's really hard to do. Banshee Boardwalk done by Kaguya. They're named Kaguya on the BKT sheet, and their mini name is Kaguya. So no chance, no choice for confusion there. I'm sure they're gonna be doing that cut. Stepbird Boardwalk. Yes, that's true. Okay, my hands are feeling slightly warmer. Trent Boardwalk. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do the window cut off the boost panel. I've practiced it a couple times. I think it's pretty tough for me, to be honest. I don't really get it or try it in Mogi. Okay, he's going super tight there. That's really cool. It kind of spin drifted there to have the perfect alignment. Here you go. Here's the window cut. He's there. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? I didn't know you could do that. What? I thought he was gonna go through the window, but he can actually hop over the entire building. He can actually go hop over the entire building. I've never seen that. I should try that in the Milgi. Maybe every here and there. It almost seems easier to do. I was kind of wondering why they were just prancing around in the off-road, but then they did that. There we go again. Maintaining top speed. Gonna get an MT here. Get the alignment. Makes it adjust and turbo. Woo! Very, very clean. You canning new season? No, I am canning new season. I will not be canning as often as I did last season. I think last season I've hit my peak. One of the main things that is gonna keep me from obtaining the most played is I don't know. I think I'll be doing some other stuff, but I'll definitely be canning to the Milgi. In fact, I was in the first Milgi of the season. I played the very first Milgi of the season, and that's about it for now. But things have changed from last season to this season as I have a significant other now, so it's a bit tougher to grind it out. I have no life because last season, well, I was unemployed and I didn't have a partner, so I had all the time in the world. This time around, not quite the same, but I'll still be playing a fair amount of Milgi. Do not worry not. Here we are finishing Stepbird Boardwalk. Cut out very, very clean lines. Super cool cut. Window cut, building cut, whatever you like to call it. And there it is, a 233042. Being unplayed is fire, only bad part is being broke. I agree. To N64 Rainbow Road by Justin. Here it is. He calls himself NG2K God. I almost hit silver last season, but I just crashed out too much. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, you play, you're busy playing some other games such as, whatchamacallit, Counter-Strike 2. Where should you try because FFA every time? Yep, it should be FFA every time. Although, I'm happy with it being 2v2 and FFA. Actually, no, just FFA. No, yeah, just FFA. I think 2v2 would be viable for squad queue, and that's about it. Yeah, I've been grinding CS2 with some in real lives. That's fine. It's always nice to catch up with the in real lives. Another news, I had CM Long in my chat the other day, and apparently he wants to do a compilation video of all the times he's wronged us. He's wronged us, and he wants to have a return. He came into my stream, he was like, "Yo, Zom, do you have that clip of me when I said this and that?" I'm like, I don't believe I do have that. I don't think so, but you're more than welcome to go to the VOD and get the clip yourself. For example, he also asked Rambo earlier today if he had that clip of when he said he was gonna kill someone with a machete, and he said he didn't care. So yeah, he's gonna make a YouTube video about it, I believe. And I don't know, I think he's trying to prove a point now that he's changed. I'm not entirely sure, but whatever it is, I look forward to the video. Yes, remember how I asked yesterday for clips? He asked me the same thing. Oh my goodness. It really wants to return sooner or later. This young company will feed families. Yes, it will. He's about to go viral. In his eyes, he will go viral. And he honestly might. I mean, he's an entertaining character, to say the very least. I think so. But this start cut is fairly difficult to do. I think I've only ever done this once accidentally. Actually, so I don't know if it's too difficult then if I've only done it once or twice, or even attempted it once or twice. But I still have the Eeks KO CM Long compilation that I need to finish editing and uploading. I think that was pretty fun before CM Long went haywire. As soon as we finish this, it looks like it's gonna be a 226 509 by Justin. That is the best known time known for this track. Let's see if I have the BKT for this. This is done by Italic. It doesn't have many BKTs, but I think he only has a couple. Gonna be a fun watch. Thank you. 117-224 rams into the wall. But this should be the last whatchamacallit, last year's tracks. GBA should be the last one that I do for today because I am getting kind of hungry. But GBA Rainbow Road should be a good track to end it all off with. Look at these purple mini turbos. It's just a cheat. Simply a cheat. First lap. Don't really see any mistakes. Don't really see anywhere where it can be improved. Perhaps tire lines, but that's just about it. Doesn't even touch the off-road. Gets these purple MTs just fine. Blue there. I think an orange here. Oh no, he's gonna hold it. Stream hold it and get the purple. Okay. It's a pretty nice run. Thank you. Yep. Done by Italic. Italic does not have many BKTs. I think he only has a couple at most. But I'm happy to see some variety of people on the BKT sheet because a lot of it is kind of dominated by the same 5 players, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, this is on Daisy Wildwing. Daisy Wildwing I feel like is one of the most popular outside drifting kart that has BKTs. Yeah, I know, Justin got hella. Yeah, Justin got hella. Carson's got a good amount. It's got a good amount. And there it is. So 117-224, fastest lap being lap 3, if only by 0.017. 0.017 lap 3. All you really need is water. You don't really need to go too far. Yeah, 1 minute 30 seconds is a bit too much. It is a bit too much. There you go, Carson on the spear. I think this is a hybrid if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure this is hybrid. Hop. Drift wheelie. Yes, you know it's hybrid because when they're adjusting their wheelie, they maintain top speed. So when you're adjusting on hybrid on the wheelie, you don't lose any speed at all. And honestly, it makes me curious to try out Nogi's on hybrid. But here's Carson on Shy Guy Beach. Just chilling those wheelies. He didn't get a perfect chain there. He went down to like 82 kilometers per hour. Bro's gonna get Okay, so here's the thing with in between ads. I do not like pre-rolls. I am actually really have a distaste for pre-rolls. Hope you improve skill-wise too. Thank you. Yeah, CM Long, I hope you improve skill-wise. I don't like pre-rolls, but Twitch doesn't allow me to take off pre-rolls unless my mid-rolls are so much time, this amount of time, and I think the limit is a minute 30. So if I have it under a minute 30, I'm gonna have pre-rolls, and I don't want that. So that was the minimum. That was the minimum. That is Carson with a 122.765. Welcome back from your ad break. Very impressive. Fastest lap here, 27504. Lap 3. They're all really similar actually. Lap 1 is actually really close, huh? So I feel like that's beatable then, because lap 1 you always start off from 0 kilometers per hour, so I think that's beatable. But that is Carson on GBA Shy Guy Beach. GBA Riverside Park done by this should be a fun watch. I'm pretty sure this is a funky flame. Yeah, it's a funky flame. But yeah, a lot of people have improved on Nogi. Like, we have a lot of improved players. I feel like Fendi has improved a lot. I feel like Maddie is a good nominee for most improved player. Hop trick. I've been going nuts, I agree. Although some people say he's not too aware, but he drives really well. Honestly, I feel like Manny improved in such a small amount of time. Like within a couple months. Like he was like from an old bull to a solo player within a couple months. But here we go with I think he's on manual. Doesn't seem to be adjusting the wheelie. This cut is pretty cool. Goes off this boost panel, tricks off that, and then into the shortcut there. Pretty clean driving, But yeah, I'm pretty excited for Season 3. 32 tracks, Platinum rank. And not much else, really. Not much else. We have a lot of server growth. I mean, we almost had... Not really almost, but... There was a small hint of 3 Mogis to be going on at the same time, but it didn't really happen. But I'm very happy to see that 2 Mogis going at once is a more common occurrence these days. It's a way more common occurrence. And honestly, I think we're at the peak of Retro Rewind. I think with Mario Kart World coming around the corner, I think this mod will not die, but you know, definitely have a smaller pool of players once the next Mario comes out. So I think this is the best time for Retro Rewind. And yeah, I think this will surpass CGGP. I think this will surpass CGGP sooner or later. As soon as we get some good anti-cheat going. But that was the BKT for GBA Riverside Park. 35 seconds. 461 was the shortest time, lap 3, done by Next, BKT is GBA Bowser Castle 1, done by Eclipse. Honestly, I could use some watching of these BKTs because my lines aren't the greatest, and sometimes you learn some cool tech. I've already watched Troy's Retro Rewind all shortcut video, but could always use a refresher. I didn't think you would need to trick on these. Yeah, you don't trick on these apart from the first and last one. I don't know why you tricked the first one. This looks like it's on manual. Maintaining top speed here. Some pretty clean driving, tight lines. Again, tricks there. I think it's just so he can align himself to the shortcut here. Pretty clean. I think this is a good front run track. Can definitely glasses, my Harry Potter glasses. Honestly, I might have to TT this track. This might be a good track to front run if you finish first in a race in Mogi and have to vote a track and you're not sure which one. I think this is a pretty easy one to go for. That is the BKT for GBA Bowser Castle 1. 1:13.480 with the fastest lap being 2:4.414. That was lap 2. Next is GBA Mario Circuit, done by none other than himself, the Super Artist Gamer, with a 1:23.280. Mario Circuit. Inside drift, there you go. I've also been seeing a lot of Mario Kart World recently. Only person that does that is Stun, I thought. Did I hear Spear Mogis? So Fern recently asked, he goes by Fern in the server, and I think he also goes by Fern in Twitch. He asked for a Spear exception, and I gladly gave it to him because I've seen his streams and he's fairly skilled in Spear. Done that, to be honest. I don't think he ever asked for exception. I think he just texts a pen if someone complains. And yeah, you're right. Thunder is I think the only one really that uses a Spear and Mogi. Look at these Turbo MTs, just going constantly 100 plus kilometers per hour. This is why I think N64 Roller Raceway is so beatable, because N64 Raceway has a funky Flame Runner BKT, but N64 Roller Raceway is, I feel like, it's a kart track. So I think that could easily get beaten by a kart. For a new BKT. But yeah, I've recently seen some Mario Kart World gameplay. I think it's a fun concept. The free roam, the open world type of deal that they're going for. Here's the end of Super Artist Gamer 123280 with the fastest lap being lap 2.27556. Very, very, very impressive. Okay, GBA Blue Lake. This is done by Justin. Once more, he has a 2.16.342 on this track. Is there noise? If there's no noise, I'll just have the background of Dolphin go on. Okay, just have the background of Dolphin go on. I didn't really see the beginning of this. Let's watch it one more time. Gets the full startup boost. Aligns itself to make a tight line. Gets to empty fairly quickly. Gets some low tricks going. Does he shoot here? Does he take the cut here? He doesn't take the cut there. Wow. I thought he would take the cut there on the BKT, but if he's not taking the cut there, then he's taking the cut. The Mushroom Gorge like cut where you kind of TF here. I think you either TF or you hop here. Yeah, no, it's a simple TF. It's a simple TF. You kind of take it early. It looks like you take it early on. I've tried that cut before and I fell multiple times. So now that I'm watching this, oh, you can trick off that. Okay, you can trick off that. I didn't know that's possible. But yeah, when I was practicing that cut, I would fail spectacularly because I guess I wasn't taking it early enough, like in this BKT video. But very clean lines. Doesn't really seem to hit much off-road. I thought he hit some off-road in the beginning of lap 1, but doesn't seem so this lap. I think this lap will be faster than lap 3. I think it will. Unless, like, I see some really good driving off lap 3. So again, he goes, like, there's a hop trick there. I don't even know if that's a hop trick. I feel like he tricked pretty low there. I think he just pressed the trick button. Again, a tight line. Some low tricks going on. Very nice. Very clean. I mean, yeah, there's some pretty clean driving. I really thought he would have taken that beginning cut first. I thought that was faster, but I suppose not. Here comes the TF once more. I actually don't know if this lap will be faster than lap 2. We'll see very shortly. But very clean driving. The only thing new I learned from this is that and taking the cut very early on with the TF input. Okay, fastest lap was lap 2 with a 45.206. Very impressive by Justin once more. Next BKT is Cheeseland. Cheeseland does not have a BKT. So we're gonna assume that this ghost is a BKT. Let's go ahead and just watch the ghost. On Wario. The BKT on Cheeseland is Wario on Flame Runner. Yes. Is he on hybrid? I don't think he is on hybrid. Okay. You can definitely take those lines a bit tighter. I think the cool part about Cheeseland is the cut towards the end. I think that's really cool as well. But the cut towards the end cuts a lot of time. Like you just kind of ride the rails like here-ish, or am I thinking of a different one? Here. Yeah, look at this. Oh, that's crazy. That's pretty crazy. Maybe I should pick this track more often in Mogi just so I can pull that off. I'm thinking what? GBA Bowser Castle 1 and GBA Cheeseland. Those are some tracks I need to get to TT. GBA Blue Link as well. So we learned a couple new things off that. Ooh, that cut was cleaner than lap 1. Okay, so Wario goes 95 km/h. That's his max boost stat. So I assume I assume his whole shtick is that he weighs just that much more. He has the weight stat. Here again, just pretty clean driving. 95 kilometers per hour. Gonna get some change ups here. No, he wheelies after the mini turbo, and then only then does he change up. Okay, you can see this cut once more. I still think lap 2 was the cleanest. No wait, lap 3 is the cleanest. That lap 3 cut is the cleanest one of all 3 laps. Okay, here just use the shroom because there's no need to use the platform since the finish line is literally right there. Very impressive. I don't know who this is. I think this is Mpex. I think this is Mpex that did this staff ghost file. Alright, GBA Bowser Castle 2. GBA Bowser Castle 2 by SV on the Wii. SV has a couple. SV has a couple BKTs. Oh, this is a fun track to play. This is a super broken front running track. Super broken. Look at these change drifts. That's crazy. I didn't know that was possible. What the fuck? Okay. I like the soundtrack for this track. I really do. I didn't know that was possible either. What the fuck? Okay. Learn a couple new things here. Into lap 2 we go. Gets 35 something there. 35 seconds something there. Again with these changes. And then he's gonna go again off this and cut a lot of time. Super tight. Whee! Very nice. I might TT this track as well. I need to note these down to be honest. Okay, this is the best impressive thing so far. I love this soundtrack. I love this soundtrack. Again with the changes, this little cut here, very impressive. Just wheeling, nutting, tricking until the very last one. And here we go again with these. And cut. Whoa. And there you go. That is the BKT by SV145586 with the fastest lap being lap 2. 35150. Really impressive by SV there. GBA Luigi Circuits. The me name is Sizzy. However, this is Justin, not the ghost file. Yo, what's up, Carson? We already went over a couple of your BKTs already. Most notable one being, I think, GBA Shy Guy Beach, I think. You've already had we already gone through all the SNES ones. We've gone through all the N64 ones. Now we're on GBA, and I think we'll be ending it off on GBA today. So here's Justin just with the magic keys are so broken, just cut into the off-road. Again guys, Justin does not give us ghost files, he just uploads his videos, so that's what we have to work with. Might lower the volume just a tad. There you go, it's halfway. 91, almost 92 kilometers per hour, max speed of the Magic Cruiser. GBA Luigi Circuit, I feel like it's a pretty fun track to be honest. I don't have GBA Shy Guy Beach. Oh, you don't? That's what it says on the BKT sheet. I'm not sure who has it then. I have we went over your ghost as well. Moving back into this, some pretty clean lines, nothing too crazy. I'm surprised he uses the mushroom there. You think he uses it here? I suppose not. Oh, that's not me, it's Graders. I wonder why it has your name on it, Graders. Wonder why it has your name on it. Of course, just a small mistake. No worries, no worries. But you've already taken credit, so there's no turning back. There's no turning back. um, but yeah, this track I really do like playing, and I feel like we don't see it enough in Mogies. I feel like it's the most diverse, the most variety out of all the circuits, the Mario, the Luigi circuits. I don't know, but I guess I go fist sight later. Yeah, of course, take your time. There's no rush. There it is, the BKT on GBA Luigi circuit, done by none other than Justin himself. In fact, this cup is pretty dominated by Justin. Justin has all the BKTs here except for Sky Garden. Sky Garden is taken by none other than Rami, or Ram. I think this is the only BKT on the mod, this track, although it's not really viable for Mogi because there's a lot of it's a huge shortcut that's pretty much broken. It's pretty broken, not gonna lie. Oh, what a low trick there. What a low trick. Of course, it's just cut. That's shrimless. You pretty much just hop over it. That's all you do. It's just the timing of the hop. I don't believe he's on hybrid either. He is on manual for sure. Yeah, he's on manual. No chain drift there. Just hold of the drift into the mini turbo, into the cut mushroom. I'm sure we'll see fairly similar things here. Another low trick. Very, very nice. 96 kilometers per hour max speed. Funky goes. I like the little blip in the background, the little Luigi blip. It's pretty cute. Here we go with the hop trick over this. Yeah, every time I'm in lap 3 in this section, I just bagged because the shocks either gonna come and it's not gonna come. If it comes, perfect. If it doesn't come, that's fine. You'll have something to take cut with. So at best, at worst, you'll get a mid spot. So another low trick there by Rani. Very, very nice. I assume a 3.7657. We'll see if he beats that this lap, or if he'll be slower than lap 2. There's a Luigi blip making its way around the course. One more turn here. And finally, mini turbo wheelie into the shortcut, the broken shortcut once more. And there it is. That's another low trick to finish it off. I'm not sure which lap was faster. We'll see in just a moment. Lap 2 was faster by 0.1-ish. By 0.1-ish. Less than a 0.1. Less than a millisecond. Very, very impressive by none other than Ram. As if we have volume. But we do. Oh. I didn't know this is a thing. I have no idea this is a thing. You could just cut like a good portion of the track there without a freaking mushroom. Look at this. What is that? Like I would front run this track in the Mogi, and then I just see someone do that and take first from me, and I'm like, well, I wish I knew that earlier. Here you go. He's gonna get the next boost panel before he drops his wheelie. Here we go into the shortcut. Oh wow. Oh wow. I didn't know you could do that. I always hit the first little ramp there and tricked off it, but that is way more efficient. Freydis must have deleted his submission before he started updating. Oh wow. I guess he had an issue with it, I suppose. 96.6, that's the max funky goes on the wheelie. Again, he's not gonna drop his wheelie into the next boost panel. He goes, very clean lines. I think some soft drifting going on. I think what's interesting about Justin that his soft drifting is well, you have two options, right? You can either go top right or bottom right to soft drift. And it looks like he always opts to go bottom right. Always opts to go bottom right. Yeah, this ghost does the cut very clean. Yes, 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 yes. So off-road thing that's kind of broken. Soundtrack on this is pretty nice. I have no complaints about this. It's a very enjoyable soundtrack. Again, doesn't even drop his wheelie, gets to go to the next boost panel before he hot wheelies again. A chain drift there, and then into the cut he goes, skips the first ramp, goes into the second one. What was that? What was that? That's different from the first two laps. So that, if that's possible, then this is very beatable then. You just have to beat his chain wheelies and his near perfect driving. That's all, guys. That's all you gotta do. His fastest lap being lap 2 still. With that lap 3 type of cut. Oh, 4.6111. That's such a stark difference from lap 3. Look at that. Finishing off on the Justin Cup, we have GBA Sunset Wilds. Okay, this is one without sound, so we put the dolphin music on the background. The Retro Ryan menu music in the background. Yeah, match are pretty much broken on this. Can drive any off-road. Pretty interesting stream usage there. Most people go for the stream towards the end of the track. Okay, opts to go for the Ghost opted to go for that ramp cut, which I think ended up hurting them in the end. Not gonna lie. I see how the chain wheelie goes. Ooh, not really a good chain wheelie. And he pretty much went down to 70 before he wheelied again, or he sped up again, really. Oh, there he goes for the ramp again. So he's definitely losing speed. That Ghost definitely loses speed going on that ramp. Again, he chooses to soft drift going down right, down left instead of top right, top left. I think it's pretty cool. I think I'm a fan of that. I think I don't know. I think I change between the two. Sometimes I go up right, sometimes I go up left, or down left, or down right as well. I think it just depends on the situation. I think for the most part, I'm top right, top lefting everything with my sticks. You see in the input viewer, his soft drifting is down left, down right. Pretty clean driving. Not the greatest of chain wheelies, but he still has a BKT nonetheless. Fastest lap being lap 2 with a 34.079. GBA Snowland. Yeah, GBA Snowland is also taking Justin, but we're gonna see yet another Justin stretching my legs, another Justin BKT. Justin enjoys the GBA tracks. I think the GBA tracks are the funnest of all, in my personal opinion. They're the most colorful. At least in the mod. I don't know what would be my favorite though. My favorite series of tracks. GBA is pretty up there though. I think the Double Dash tracks are pretty enjoyable. Oh, I like the tour tracks a lot. What am I listening to? This is Pikmin music. He stole the BKT from me here by 0.2. Wow. Is this your ghost? Is this your ghost that he's racing? That's actually mental. Haven't been able to reclaim it. Oh man, I hope you get it back, because this is pretty much a Justin show. We need some more variety here. Oh no, he's racing his own ghost. Holy shit, he's racing his own ghost. At least what it looks like he's racing his own ghost. It could be a glitch. Some pretty clean lines here. No surprise where he uses the mushroom. It's pretty much the go-to spot to use mushroom on this track. Pretty clean lines. Here's a drift into the wheelie. Holding, and shroom. Oh, he waits a little bit, and then he shrooms. Okay. Clean lines, delay drifting, the chain wheelie, mini turbo wheelie. The ghost is pretty far behind, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I could see the ghost's funky outline on the minimap. really impressive by Justin here. Fastest lap being lap 3 with a 3.4425. We're on Ribbon Road. A 2.14.617 done by none other than Eclipse. I think the main reason is because of being able to do the cut streamless. The only cut I feel like in this track, besides I suppose the off-road cuts. But yeah. Can you load trick those? I don't think so. It's so funny seeing the mock outside drift. Look at this. Look at that mock bike. 101. Wow, mini turboing. So here it is, streamless. Gets a blue and bam. As simple as that. You don't even need an orange, just a simple blue. And yeah, I think that would be the best mushroom usage. And yeah, you can only get an orange, again, mini turbo with the bike, so... Well, you can use the outside ODM to cross while you... It is possible, but it's very cute and reliant. Well, you can use the ODM to cross the gap. I see. Damn. Yeah, like it is possible to inside drift, but I mean we've yet to see it, right? We've yet to see it be a BKT. We'll see it once more. It's just really impressive to see. There it is. I think outside drift really suits this track as well. Not only for the track, but not only for the cut, but for the track as well. Like right there, like you need a purple mini turbo right there. You really don't, because the boost panel's right ahead. There as well. There's a boost panel. There's a boost panel there too. So you really don't need the purple MTs as much here. Maybe here it'd be really useful. I honestly don't think inside drift would get the BKT because there's so many S small mini turbos you can get here. Yeah. There it is, the BKT for Ribbon Road. Fastest lap being lap 2 with a 4.4775. That was done by none other than Eclipse. Eclipse did this on the Dolphin. Moving on to Yoshi Desert, we have Fury with a 1.29563. I think this is his only BKT. He might have one more. Let me readjust myself. No! Excuse me, guys. A couple of hiccups. So far, some clean lines out of Fury. I'm surprised he doesn't go through the water. He readjusts himself to go around the cactus as well. Seems improvable so far. I think this is one of the oldest BKTs. Wow. I wonder where he did this, because yeah, I don't really see Fury too active in the time chart community anymore, or at least in the channel, as far as I know. So it kind of makes sense. Yeah, he doesn't go through the water. It's so surprising to me. It's so surprising. I really thought going through the water would be faster, but I guess it's just better alignment for the stream cut. Here he goes again. Think he'll get one more MT out of this? Yeah. He used to be super active pre the ban. Ah. But then, after the ban, it's not like he's banned anymore, or they're banned anymore. They're just not active anymore. They're just like, yep, that's it for me. Actually, oh, he used to be a BKT updater. Ah. I think that's one of the benefits of being a BKT updater. You get to really see, and I guess it gets you more involved in the time trial community. Thus, you are more than likely to race Ghost and try to get better times in them. Pretty similar laps here. 2955 29751, 29857. I thought there'd be a bigger difference between lap 1 and 2-3, but between lap 1 and 2-3, but I suppose not. This is GBA Bowser Castle 3. This is done by Abby. Watch, because we have the ultra cut and we have the regular cut. So, I don't know what we're gonna be seeing. I think we'll be seeing the ultra. I'm not sure. An ultra 3 for 3 perchance? I don't know. But these are some really clean lines. Really clean lines. I'm impressed already. Yep, low tricks. Okay, it's going for the regular cut. Damn. Missed MT there. You don't really see too many missed MTs on BKTs. So I wonder what's so impressive about this run. I think it's just a combination of very clean lines and chain wheelies. I didn't really get to see the chain wheelies there. I'm gonna pay more attention going into lap 2 now. Those chain wheelies in particular. This track is a very good track to practice your lines on, because I mean, you get to practice delay drifting, you get to practice low tricks, you get to practice the cut, and you get to practice chain wheeling. That's a pretty fast shortcut take. And there's a mini turbo. Yep. You can't fill it twice. No way you fill the mini turbo twice on the BKT. Here we go. Let's check these chain wheelies. Goes down to 84. Goes down to 87. So not the best, but very manageable. Okay. Get these low tricks going once more. No ultra. Oh, one ultra. There's one ultra. Oh. So I think this is definitely beatable then. With the missed mini turbo, and going for regular cut 2 out of 3 times, someone could get a mini turbo and or go for cut 2 out of 3 times. But impressive nonetheless. Fastest lap being lap 3, to no one's surprise because of that ultra cut. Although before that, we have to go back to Justin because he has the BKT for GBA Lakeside Park for a small time, and that's really the only history I know about this. Here we go. Here's the Dolphin music back on. There's no really. Honestly, very few being able to beat this. Abby, Justin, Freighters, because not many people are good at doing cut that fast. Ah, I see. Pretty much Abby, Justin, Freighters, the only ones in contention to beat that, even though there was a small mistake lap 1 there on GBA BC3. Here's toward Lakeside with the Magic Cruiser. He is on hybrid. You can see it by when they wheelie their max speed, they're adjusting, they don't really lose any time. I think that's pretty broken. But not too broken because, you know, we have seen many manual BKTs, so there's gotta be a reason for that. You see these chain wheelies, does not get the chain. Let's see here. Doesn't get the greatest chain either. That's really no worry. These lines are really clean. Just cutting that much off-road. Doesn't even need the shroom. There's no reason to go to the off-road there because there's not much off-road at all. I'm going 91 km/h on the Magic Cruiser. You don't even see his other ghost anymore. He's pretty far ahead. Ooh, we saw a glimpse of Tourette there, but not quite. Could ride the rails and go super tight here. Changes gears. Doesn't go for a drift mini turbo off the ramp, just adjusts himself. I thought the BKT on this used to be Funky Flame Runner. Funny because this was a Magi track, then it turned to a Flame Runner track, then Justin rerouted the Magi lines into a Magi track again. Exactly, I was just saying that. This used to be a Flame Runner. If I'm not mistaken, Dunks used to have the BKT on this on Funky Flame. That's crazy. That's crazy. Bam! Don't even see the ghost to that anymore. I don't even see the ghost to that. Oh, the ghost said it's gone. I guess that was a practice ghost, or they messed up or something. But there it is. Very impressive. Looks like it's gonna be a 225. 226, 123 with the fastest lap being lap 1. Lap 1, it's a very huge surprise. Lap 1 was the fastest. We have the Broken Pier and Broken Pier shortcut in parentheses. Broken Pier shortcut is only faster by like a second and so. But let's go ahead and watch the regular one, and then we'll watch the shortcut one. This is done by AA, and the shortcut was done by Carson himself. It's nice to be back on the actual game instead of watching videos. So much clearer. Here we go. Yep, makes sense. No trick there. I think that's pretty smart. Go over the broken ledge here. You don't fall off. You don't even need to hop. You just go straight forward and align yourself. This is a manual, looks like. I think or AAA does all his runs manual. There's a low trick, hop trick, I thought. Hop into the off-road and then shroom. Smart. Pretty tight line there. Maybe more impressive than the lap 1. Here we go again, no trick. Just go off that ramp. Drift wheelie. Go over the ledge. Pretty clean driving so far, and I expect the same for lap 3 here. So far, no mistakes. Maybe once where he had to readjust himself to have a good line, but that's about it. Again, this hop trick, pretty clean. Nothing crazy. You'll notice with he likes to do his soft drifts going top right, where Justin likes to go bottom right. I think that's a pretty cool difference between one of the best BKT holders. Pretty tight line, and then just a really... Does he readjust himself here, or does he just keep going? Yeah, you readjust yourself, makes sense. There you go. Fastest lap being lap 2 with the 37.432. I think the most impressive laps are usually lap 2 in my opinion. After this we'll have GBA Castle 4 and GBA Rainbow Road to finish things off for today. Here's Dizzy Mock. Okay. I think I know where the shortcut is. I think it's towards the end of the track. I think it's a hop trick as well. Oh wow. Okay, you're going all the way around. Carson's going all the way around. Let's save this motion. So here it is. Hold it and then bam. Wow. And then you gotta go backwards to hit the checkpoint. And then you continue going forwards. For its shortcut category. I think this is the first one that's shortcut category. Yes, this is the first one. I mean, we're going in order. None of the SNES or N64 tracks had shortcut categories. So we're going all the way from SNES all the way to GP. Oh my! I tried this. I read this. It looks good. Don't be too harsh on this stuff. It looks good. It looks good. Oh, I think it looks good. I think it's fairly clean. You know, it's not the best in the world. However, you have the BKT for a reason. Here we go once more with Carson. He has to readjust himself here a little bit. A bit quirky. There's a hop trick going. Okay, opts to go for the mud cut this final lap. So perhaps this is a bit improvable considering we only went for a shortcut 2 out of 3 times. You can go over the ledge here. Oh, you choose to go for the ramp. I think that's definitely improvable. You just go straight over the ledge. And the readjustment here. Oh no, you just decide to go straight to the fence. Okay. Okay, the fastest lap is probably lap 2. Yep, lap 2 by a huge amount. Oh my goodness. A 36.198 compared to lap 3 at 37.94. That is definitely improvable. But that's the BKT for GBA Road Computer shortcut category by Carson on 151,246. Okay, here we go with GBA Castle 4 when done by AAA or AAA. The players on the BKT sheet have their device they played on shown. And this is from the Dolphin. Let's see, some pretty clean lines, no drifting, just straight on. Very early mushroom. Very early mushroom. But that's cool that you're from, that we have players from France, because one of our developers is actually French. One of the developers for this mod is actually French. His name is Rambo. He's very involved in the community, where he's developing for the mod or playing the mod itself. But yeah, really cool to see players from all around the world. Ooh, that's a missed low trick. That's a missed low trick there. What a low! What was that? Literally, what was that? I've never seen that. I've never seen that. I believe he's French and he lives in Japan. He's French and he lives in Japan, but he lives in Japan. If I'm not mistaken, he could be half Japanese, but I definitely know there's some French in him. There's definitely some French in him, at the very least. He's at least 50% French. I know Epe is French as well. Yeah, checks out French people like Japan. Ah. I've never been to France or Japan myself, although I would love to go sometime. I've actually never been to Europe. I've been around the States, to California, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, but not much else other than that. Again with this low trick, this is so impressive. Like what? I need to look at this input viewer when he does it. Okay, so drift, wheelie, shore. Drift, wheelie, shore. Okay, he has no mushrooms left going into... No, that's already lap 2. This is lap 2 already. Okay, let's finish this out. Haven't even left my state is Australia. Well, you're very young, Carson. You're just hitting the surface. You're barely 16 years old, so you have a lot of life left in you. You have a lot of life in you. Let's restart this real quick. I want to see how he gets this low trick. What is this low trick that he's getting? Here. Did he hop? Haven't left France my whole life yet? You'll have many opportunities to do so. Has a sub 2 minute potential. I think so too. I mean, he has a missed low trick. And yeah, that missed low trick was everything. Here. What did he do? I have no idea. Like, I'm looking at the directional pad and doesn't... Maybe he pressed... I think he did hop, actually. Okay, yeah, he did hop. There you go. I was looking at the directional pad for some reason. I had this for about 2 to 3 days. This BKT for about a couple days before it was taken from me. Not only by a couple milliseconds, but by like a whole second. Just under a whole second. So this BKT was long-standing. This BKT had been up for multiple months for the longest time. And well, this is my favorite track to time trial, so naturally I wanted to go for this BKT. I thought it was very doable because there were some mistakes on this track that made it very possible to beat. But yeah, let's go ahead and see this real quick, and then we'll see the current BKT. I think it's been up for 8 to 9 months. That's crazy. That's actually mental. Thank you, Carson. So this is the former BKT, guys. I had it for a couple of days. I'm pretty happy with my 15 minutes of fame, not gonna lie. It's gonna take me a good time to even get close to the current BKT. But nonetheless, this is my BKT. Alright, my PB at this point. Honestly, the Fury Cut itself isn't too difficult. It's a bit tricky to do, but all it takes is some good alignment and you're really good to go. Here, I get a low trick and I think I catch up to him slightly. I don't know if the low trick there is even, I don't know if the low trick there is even faster. But nonetheless, I think I have some just slightly better lines here in lap 2, and then I don't falter here. Like here, he hits the wall, he bonks, and loses some time, and then I'm pretty much gone. I think lap 2 is my most impressive lap here. I get a low trick, semi-low trick, and there, I missed it. I should have hop wheelied. I went to like 83 kilometers per hour for like just a millisecond before hitting that boost panel, which lost me some time. So this is definitely improvable, at least for me to beat. And then this lap 3 is pretty clean. Although I will say this lap 3 free cut is the weakest of them all, in my opinion. Here we go with a semi-low trick once more. And then the rest of Series 3. I should have done this lap 2, the hop wheelie, before hitting that boost panel. And then that was it. That was all she wrote. Always room for improvement. Thank you, Saku. Some training on soft drifting, because this is just like crazy. This is mental. You really gotta give it out to the guy. Some differences here. From my former BKT and his former BKT. Look, he holds his drift, and then he burns it in the air, and then he burns it in the air again, and he doesn't hop trick. He just rides the rail. He's riding the rail, and then that's super low. That's super low. That's a super low trick. You saw that? That's a super low trick. You can just see the difference. He also gets a main turbo there right before hitting the boost panel. Again, he's gonna hold it and he's gonna use it in the air to just get that, to just be just a bit faster. Usually when you're doing the fury cut, you want to go in between the red and orange stripe. The red and orange stripe. Again, he's gonna have some really low tricks here. Just hop and bam. So that you don't even have to drift mini turbo there. You don't have to drift mini turbo, and I was doing that with Myron. So that's always that's another improvable spot. Here's lap 3 again. He rides the rail. He doesn't hop trick. Oh, there he hop tricks. Okay, interesting. Oh, but here's another cool thing about this run. Here he's gonna hop trick, but then he's gonna trick again on this little ledge. There you go, and that's pretty fast. Into another low trick at that. So. Yeah, this is a really impressive time trial. A 1:30.808. I still think it's a bit improvable, just because of what he did on lap 3. I still think it's improvable. And if it is, it's probably improvable only by him, not me for now at the very least. But that's it, guys. That's it for now. Next stream we'll be covering. Well, let's recap over what we did today. We went over all SNES tracks, all N64 tracks, and all GBA tracks. That's 3 series of tracks. Next stream, I think we'll go over maybe 4 next time. We'll go over GCN, which is Double Dash. The shorter the time, the harder the improvements. Exactly. No, exactly. GCN, we'll go over DS, and then Wii. GCN, DS, Wii, and maybe 3DS. After that, we'll have Wii U into Tour, RMX, GP, and then betas. And then the betas. But nonetheless, guys, thank you for tuning in. It's been a pleasure.